Well, here is what we have going on now. We are ready to swap out this blower housing. So we're going to get that yellow pipe lifted off of there, and then we're going to have to take some of the catwalk material off the top, and then we'll get into digging apart the blower housing itself. We have some cracks that we have welded on it during this chopping corn silage season here, and there's another crack right here. Well, I thought I seen a couple other ones. It's just something that we got to change out. I know a couple of guys said, oh, just keep welding it, but it's needing replaced. So we'll have to take this stuff off of here and get the neck lifted off, get everything unplugged, and then we can start digging it apart here. Alright, we are now just about ready to lift this off of there. I put a piece of plywood between pipe and the cab so that I don't end up breaking this window. So I've got it just about ready to be lifted off. I've got the saddle mounts undone, and I've got this side here holding just by a little bit, and then we need to get this block off of there, and then we should be able to lift it right up and off of the machine. So we'll set you guys over somewhere where we can see this, and we'll try to get it lifted off. right, we successfully got that off in there without breaking the back window of the chopper. Now, I think if the rest of the neck was on there, it would have been a little more properly balanced. But it's way heavy on this end. I hooked it on that end to take it off completely vertical. But this end down here was so heavy that it wanted to take it right towards the cab. But we were able to get that off. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work on getting that blower housing all uncoupled, and then we can lift that right out up through the machine there. So we'll get after the rest of it here. Okay, so we'll give you guys a look-see from the top down. So we removed some catwalk pieces that fall in around this blower housing, and what we have to do now, it is bolted to the main frame right there, then down in below, rear and front, and we've got some pieces here to take off. So there's not a lot to this thing, and there is some caked up material inside the back side of this blower, because when this stuff comes up through the blower, it's actually hitting on the front side, and then it hits the front side, and then it works right, fouls the pipe up and around. So we'll go ahead and get working on some of the understructure here, and then hopefully we can get this pulled out of here before it gets dark. So if not, we'll go as far as we can anyways. All right, so we are into the next day. I've been working on this for a little while. Got a couple of more things taken apart in there, getting ready to pull that housing. And the boys are spreading manure with the 9320 and the 9410. And Jared just called, said the 9320 has a blown hydraulic hose. So I've got one of these infield repair ends that we're going to go ahead and take with us. I don't know how long the hydraulic hose is. He claims that it is a 1/2-inch hose. So we'll get to the field and we'll see what kind of situation that we are going to get ourselves into. So we'll get this aired up and we'll roll on out of here. If it's not that long of a hose and it looks like a simple enough job, we'll just pull the hose off and bring it back to the shop here and make a new one. But it all depends on how long of a hose that is. So we'll get to the field here in a little while, and we'll see what kind of situation that it is in. So we are just jumping down here to the lagoon, or driving by the lagoon, and this is basically empty. Andrew and Sarah are working on grabbing some of the solids out of the bottom. You can see the two pumps over here. There's half of an 11 out of 15 tire showing there, and they're just kind of grabbing some of the solids. There's Andrew there with a 7930, and I've got to get out of Sarah's way. She's got the 4450 right there. So you might be asking, well, if the lagoon's empty, where are they getting the manure from? Well, they're pulling direct from the barn pits. And that'll keep them busy for a day or two. And then we'll just haul direct from the barns, keep them empty until we can't go no more. But today is November 16th. Andrew's leaking a little bit of manure there. That's just something that must have come over the gate when he went up the ramp. Beautiful day today, beautiful day. It is like 50 degrees. Today's the first day of, there's Sarge. First day of shotgun for deer. So, all right. That there was my nephew Davey with the Mac, and then we have Alex up in front of us with the freight shaker, and I could just about see the field from where we're at here. With the leaves off the trees, you can definitely see a lot farther. So we're just a couple miles away here is all. Jared, he ended up having to weld in a new sump piece on that red diller here last night. We had to do the same thing to the green one back. Oh, we did that over the winter. And right where the fan housing bolts to the back of the tank, there's a round tube that's about 6 or 7 inches long coming off of the back of the tank. It's a 12-inch diameter tube, and that got real thin from the thrust of the manure from the fan itself. The green one wore a hole through it, and then the red one we had patched, and then that was leaking bad enough to have to do the same thing to it. We ended up using a piece of 12-inch Sked 40 pipe. He slid it, took about, I don't know, an inch or so out of it, and then pushed it closed with the hydraulic press, welded a rod to hold it closed, put it inside the little tube on the sump. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. American flags with the Trump flags. And once he got it in there, he let the rod go and welded it in. So they have the frac tank set up, and they're going to be getting behind because this 9320, being that it's down, they're going to have to push all the manure through the tanker on the 9410. So when I was coming down the other road there, I could see that he was down about halfway down through the field. Luckily it's dry and we can get into the field decently with the service truck here. You got these guys are hunting. They're probably not liking life too awful well right now. So Jared has pulled up far enough, and he's offloading. She's gonna pull up, and then there'll be enough room for a straight truck or something to get in. Jared's got to come back a little. No, you're not quite there. Alex is too tight. She's got to move back some. We'll kind of give you guys a visualization of what this looks like here. So she's on the radio helping him get in there, and then a third one won't be able to dump, but there shouldn't be a third one coming in anyways. No, she is pulling that far enough. So if that third one comes in, he can duck along her other side and still get into it. Alright, let's go down to this 9320 here. We chop this corn in here. This can be a wet farm, and the field that they're down on now, it's surprising that we can even get into it this fall. Not to mention driving the service truck all the way down through here. And like I was saying, he's about halfway down the length of this farm. What'd you break? So these people on the camera here, they haven't met you yet. So this is Damien here, and he likes to break stuff. So about every day he breaks something. No, I'm just kidding. I am just kidding. What hose is it? You don't know yet? What does it do it when you start it? When it's running, or when you steer, or
When I steer.
when you steer it?
Yeah. But I mean, as soon as I start it, it starts blowing out too.
Okay, why don't you start it, get ready to shut it off. Maybe we'll get lucky and it's one of these steering hoses here. Now, with these hydraulic hoses, don't ever run your finger down through it when it's leaking.
Okay.
Because that hydraulic oil is it could be just the tiniest of pinholes. It'll have so much pressure, it'll be as precise as a laser. And it'll go into your skin, you won't even know it, and you'll get hydraulic oil poisoning. So when you see a leak, never run your hands over it. Even if the machine is off, because you could have it, the system could be loaded. All right. I think it's right there. Go side to side. Okay, hold up. Oh. It's right up in here. Right up in here. So we'll have to take this plate off. Okay, so this is the hose here. It's got a big old slit in it. And we've got it unattached from up front. Now the only thing is, hopefully there's no loom holders holding it in place. So we can see where it goes underneath the cab. I don't think it's got anything that holds it in place. I think we can fish a new one right through there, Jared, if we pull it out. Yeah, without stringing it, I think so, yeah. Alright, so we've got our hose made, and Damien has got a bunch of oil pumped here, and hopefully we got enough, right? How many gallons you pump?
25.
You can do math?
Yep.
Oh, that's good for you. We're just quizzing him, that's all. Notice I only grab one pail. All right, we'll head back to the field. What's it? You're gonna take a car up?
Yeah, I'm gonna drive my car. I'm gonna see if we can look at afterward.
Okay. All right. I guess he's not gonna ride with us. Oh, we'll take a ride on down through the lagoon or by the lagoon. Looks like Sarah's getting fuel. We'll see how much manure they spilt on the road. Andrew must be down spreading a load because I see the payloader is parked. They might be about done with what they can get out of there for solids. Looks like Andrew just leaked out manure that one time. Oh, somebody's scraping the road off. Oh, yeah. He cleaned the road up. They might be done with what they can do. Well, we'll get to the field and get Damien up and going. What a beautiful day. It's like a spring day out there. Back to the field we go, and way on yonder, up to the right, is the field they're broke down in. That's how I was able to see on our trip in as to where he was broke down at, as far as how far down the field he was. So we'll get this hose on there, get the oil in, and get him back moving. They're kind of waiting for Nate a little bit, and we need this other tanker running. There is 4 semis running today, and unfortunately they're slowed down by a breakdown. All right, Chad. All right. All right, so we're back to the field here, and my nephew's just pulled away, and the lights are flashing. That means this sucker is full. We're gonna wait here for Damien to get here, and he'll ride back to where that tractor's parked. Alright, Jared's gonna help us get this together. He drug a load back in here to load Nathan direct. And what I have done is I have ran a fish tape through, and I've got that taped to a piece of ballan twine. And what we'll do is we'll just pull this out of here and pull that string right back out through, providing it doesn't get caught. There we go. string. And of course, some knots got caught on it. Now we'll tape our hose on. You guys probably can't even see nothing. I don't even know if they can see anything, Damien. You picked a good day to blow a hose.
Yep.
Could have been worse. It could have been snowing a little bit.
It was snowing last year this time.
Was it?
It was.
Yeah.
I got a memory on my phone.
You got a memory on your phone when it was snowing. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna tape our hose on here and feed it that way. Can you see that? No, not ahead a little ways. Is that visible? Ahead of this spot. Just up in front of you.
No, I did not see it.
No? Alright. Because I wanted to push this through as you pulled it. Because I didn't want to... You might have to get underneath.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got it here, but you've got to get it over there.
Okay.
Over to the right. Over underneath the cab a little bit. Yeah, I gotta help you find that string. It's not gonna go easy until we get it through this end right here. Can you take some slack out of that string, Damien? Pull that string towards you. Not from the front, from the back.
As much as I can get.
As much as you can get. Pull that string, Jared. You can't pull it?
No.
What the heck?
Yep. No, I'm right back here.
Alright, keep going, Jared. Keep going, Jared. Alright. A little bit. I've got to get it started through this hose clamp thing. Alright, can you pull a little bit?
About as hard as I dare.
I don't know how the heck we got this through there. Out of there, rather. Well, I'm gonna have to take this off, I guess. Need a 15 millimeter wrenches and ratchet. You'll see this hose come through in a little bit.
Okay.
It might take us a little bit to pull it. Are you pulling, Jared?
Yeah, I don't dare pull more than I am. It's not moving. Nope, hands.
Is it hitting something?
Yeah, yep. Pull back a little bit. Yep, right there. Yep.
What I'm doing is twirling the hose, Jared. If you...
No, I got nothing.
It won't pull?
No, I don't know if it's I can't. Anything back here. You pull it back that way or? Hang on, Jared. Yeah.
I could see it right here. Try that, Jared. Come over here, Damien. I could feel this hose. Come over here and twirl it. Try it, Jared. I don't know where it went from there. Let me see if I could see it on that other side. Alright, we've got that fed through. Jared's down below hooking it up. Now we just gotta run it through the sheath here and hook it back up on our end. So, Damien's gonna push it through there. Oh, it's right there. There we go. All right, what do you got? You're all good. I'll pull this tape off and we'll get her hooked up. All right, we're all back together here. And hopefully we don't have no leaks. Good shape. You all right? We've got our tools cleaned up and we are ready to roll back to the field, or head back to the shop rather. They put new tips on this last night and it's going in the ground perfectly. New tips, new hose hoods. And what he'll do is head down there and get a load off the frac tank. But today is November, I don't know, 16th. And beautiful conditions, just beautiful conditions. A friend of mine texted me, wanted to know if he could use this truck scale to weigh some soybeans. They must be still doing beans. But right there, squishy, squishy. Got the manure in it. All right. Damien's headed that way and Nate's coming this way. Alright, we'll show you Nate's outfit here. His injector tips are a little different than what's on the other one. It's a different style hood. Doesn't look like that hood works quite as well, but that's getting it done, I guess. The tube doesn't go down in the ground as far, but it's got these flat V plates that run alongside the furrow. I don't know, the jury's still out on those. Alright, let's get back to the shop. They seem to leave more on top of the ground. And here is the pass. Ooh, that Damien made right here. Alright, Jared's just made a round. He went around the shop and then weighed in, or weighed out rather, just to see how much he's got on there. And he's headed back to the field. So we are back to the shop, naturally. And what we're doing is we are emptying out the back of this service truck. So we'll get these pails back in the shop and then we'll get back on to the chopper here.